Hey everybody, Knowm here, server X160, the best in the West, representing proud member of Arkham Asylum, #1 in Guild Conquest, awesome players, the most skilled, the strongest accounts in the whole world. And so, yeah, I wanted to bring you a male Estorir video. This guy has survived the test of time. He came out a long time ago, and I was always a fan. Just a true tank, a team protector, heavy utility. This is the Estorir spawn, and you can see I've tossed some wings on him from the I forgot that clan, but the like demons or whatever they are. So now he looks like a true dragon. It sometimes gives him a little red tint as well. But looks fantastic. Look at this guy. The female of the clan. Let's pop over to her real quick. Oh, I can't really do it from the screen. Never mind. But the female of the clan, she already has wings. So to give him some wings, it really makes him look cool. Fun to watch him in battle. I want to talk to you. So this is important actually. He is part of the Bloodline aspect, the Arcane Ward. And there are a few other champs that are part of this, notably Meltwater and Sun, also male Akuna, male Polar Bear, the Bjorn Krieger. Those are all awesome options to be able to partner up with this champ to make them stronger in a team, so you get the strength and tenacity bonus, which the strength bonus you don't really care for, especially with this champ, but you do care about the tenacity bonus so you can be able to compete. On this guy, let's talk about the skills real quick. His passive enters frozen status for 6 seconds after being killed. When frozen status expires, the caster revives with full health, which is important. Each time they're revived, the next frozen status lasts for 2 seconds longer. If there are no surviving allies on the battlefield while in the frozen status, the battle is immediately lost, meaning that, he's the last one standing, and so there's no point in him reviving. His active is very short, 2 sentences. Grants damage immunity to the caster and an ally, front row first, for 5 seconds. Cooldown is reset each time the caster is revived. Very powerful. 5 seconds is a long time in this game. And it grants him and the ally in the P1 position. If this guy's in the P1 position, it'll grant the champion in the P2 position the shield. His ultimate is permanently increases the caster's max con by 20% while keeping the current constitution percentage, meaning he gets a small 20% heal as well. Also grants protection to the 2 allies with the lowest constitution for 8 seconds. That's important, 8 seconds. During protection, the 2 allies are immune to control effects. One of the few things that makes you immune to control effects in this game, so that's worth a ton. And when they take lethal damage, the caster takes the damage instead. Awesome. So if they're about to die and they take a big hit, if he's topped off, and he normally kind of is, because if you have a healer on the team and he shields himself, making him immune to damage, he has a higher chance to be higher con percentage, and so he's better ready to take the absorb lethal damage. Also, if he takes the absorb lethal damage and it knocks him into his frozen cocoon, he will come back shortly after. And here's another important thing. With this passive skill, when he comes back into the battlefield, he reacquires any traits that last for the first 10 seconds. So the Ho ability, High Spirited, to grant strength to the back row champions for 10 seconds. Rapid shots that allow attack speed for your whole team for 10 seconds. Demoralize, which reduces the enemy's attack speed. Or you could put on abilities like, oh goodness, I forgot the name of it, but it's the... what's that clan's name? Let me find him real quick. I hate to take up time of the video with this, but Sorry I wasn't prepared with the information. Oh, they're not even stacked right now. It's the one with the skeletal wings, which also look really cool on the male Estorir, if you choose to put them in the first trait slot. Oh, and here's who I was talking about earlier, the wings that I have on them, the Doombringer clan. So that's a really cool option if you want to do that. I don't have the Doombringer trait. I did the marriage trick to be able to put a different skin on them. I'll explain that in 2 seconds. There they are, these guys. The Scorching Fire clan. So the Scorching Fire clan is whenever they die, they give energy to your whole team, which is very good. Okay, I must have passed the female, but let's read it here. It says Dutiful. Dutiful's the name of the trait. When defeated, restores up to, I think it's like 120 energy for all your teammates, which is quite a bit. Thing is, if your team's built right and he's built right and he's got good vigor and everything, hopefully he's not dying. Dying's the last resort. So you could also put group traits on him if you want to. So we'll get back to mine. He has got Rapid Shot, which I put Rapid Shot on a Doombringer female, and then I transferred it over to him in the first trait position. That's how he gets the awesome wings. I would suggest anyone do that. It looks really cool, fun to watch in your game. So his clan trait is Icy Thorns. When taking active skill or ultimate attack damage, the attacker takes 9.2% more damage for 3 seconds, and it stacks up to 2 layers. So if you have someone like the Male Water and Sun using the ultimate over and over, they end up taking a little over 18% more damage, which is really nice. If it's level 22, I don't know what it is, probably closer to 10% damage. So they would take an even 20%. That would be nice. Of course, I have Rapid Shot on them. For the first 10 seconds, all my champions get increased attack speed by 30%. If you have a lot of attack speed masks, you don't really need this. Keep that in mind, but I only have 2 attack speed masks, so that's kind of important. And if he dies and comes back, my allies get 30% attack speed again. I have energy regen 22, gains 240 energy when taking active or ultimate attack damage, which is similar to the Icy Thorns and when it's triggered, and its cooldown's 8 seconds, because I want him to be using his ultimate as much as possible, which gives my team immune to control. Also gives him a 20% con bonus, which also goes through his resurrection. Very important. I also currently have Demoralize on it, which reduces the enemy attack speed by 25% for the first 10 seconds. Also happens when he respawns. And then I have Energetic on him just to give him that heavy con. You can see he has 1.12 billion con. So 20% of that is roughly 200 million. That's awesome. Every time he uses his ultimate, so you want it to go off as much as possible. So also giving him energy through champions like Harbinger or female Kojiki. Anyone who gives energy, this guy's going to heavily benefit. He doesn't have a lot of strength, but then again, I don't have Brutal on him. But it's notable that if you have Barrier on him from the Nordalsar clan, then it'll do 7 times the strength, and his is, so he would get about a 210 million shield every time he uses his active. Problem is, you don't really need that. The shield doesn't last much longer than his active, which completely makes him immune to damage. So Barrier wouldn't be good on him, but you could also get away with Steadfast if you just wanted a little more defense. Don't forget, he runs the tank. So you can see from my tank one, I have some really heavy flat con, some con percentage. He's got some block in there. And then the main thing I was going to say is it increases the front row allies con by 7.41%, and it stacks up to 2 times. So if you have Void Guardian on the same team, which I do highlight, then that's really awesome. So let's jump into a few battles. Let's see them in play. We'll talk more about some traits as we go along. I'll also mention some team synergies. So first I wanted to bring you my battles in the Luxus, because there were some really good battles. Murderous defeats me, but let me show you the power of the male Estorir. I have him teamed up with the Void Guardian because I think it's one of the best synergies in the game. You'll see he throws on his active on the Void Guardian due to how I have them positioned. And you can see the rotating shields on those two. I'll bust out my paint here in a second, but for 5 seconds, the Void Guardian is absorbing damage from the back row all times. And so to make him immune to damage makes him immune to damage. So look, he just died from damage that the Queen or the Fate was taking. Fate was taking a ton, so the Void Guardian died. Now, here's something really important. Every time Mel Estorir is ulting, he's giving control immunity to my two teammates. So look, he was just frozen. He comes back in. He just ulted again, so his con went up 20%. And look, he just throws his active on. Oh, he was able to absorb enough damage from the Harbinger, so the Harbinger didn't die. Then he put his active on the Harbinger, and now he just kind of ping-pongs back and forth between using his active and his ultimate to be able to fight this highly strengthened female or Flora. So you could see how much the battle was extended by that. Look at the huge jump up. It's over 500 million difference in power there, or in might. So to be able to survive that long really highlights Mel Estorir's survivability. Let's also look at, I think Razdar was another good one. So this was a victory. No, that's a victory over the T3. Let's look at, was Bifidus? Yeah, so actually my team punched up. Look at that, 800 million, which is significant. Granted, this is Bifidus's team 3, so keep that in consideration. But my Fate protects with the Guardian ability, so my frontliners don't take any damage. You could see my Queen of Frost getting in there, controlling the battle. Male Estorir is already down, but when he's resurrected, he's going to give attack speed and he's going to reduce attack speed on the enemy. And when he pops up, he's going to use his active immediately, or he should. His ult's already up. He gained a ton of energy. So if he's able... Okay, look at this. This is awesome. He uses his ult. So see my Void Guardian? My Void Guardian didn't die because the male Estorir absorbed all of his damage. And then he threw the active on the Void Guardian, allowed him to live a little longer. Now it's just my Harbinger. My Harbinger's trying to build up the toughness. And then the male Estorir comes back. He ults, so he's taking any lethal damage right now. And then he uses his active, and it protects with the immunity to damage. That was a great example, and look at the huge punch up in might difference there. All right, here's another one I saw. Oh, this one, Asylum. Let me give proper Nud. Asylum Nud. Let me give proper. This is a very close in power difference. It's a little less than 200 million. But watch this battle. It's legendary. The male Estorir comes in, but my Fate protects from that. Remember, the enemy has reduced attack speed but it just ended. So we're 10 seconds in. My Harbinger was really low, but you'll notice my male Estorir is now throwing his active on my Queen of Frost because my Void Guardian is down. He used his ultimate, and he protects my Harbinger just enough for the Harbinger to use his Guardian ability and heal up from that. You see that nice big heal? My healing resonance trait is on my Void Guardian, which is a bummer because he's down, and that would have helped with my Harbinger healing up. It would have helped from the Fate healing, but that's a really good example. You can see the utility of the... oh, look at this. We defeated Gosh. Gosh is a great player. Oh, we only defeated his team 3, so not really good in highlighting that. Let's do a couple arena battles here so you can see that. Moorgrave is great competition. My old Gravy Poo. My team slightly moved around a little bit here, but I'm going to do something differently. I'm going to move my Harbinger over to this position so that my male Estorir takes advantage of the Fate's Guardian ability, which is the protection. So you can see everyone's in it right now, even though it wouldn't matter because the male Estorir used his active to protect the Void Guardian. So my Void Guardian is soaking up damage from my back row, keeping them protected. My male Estorir just tried to use his ult, but he was crowd controlled there. Luckily, he's got so much con, so he wasn't killed by the enemy's count. And then, boom, we just blew him up. You can see how much male Estorir takes the third most damage absorbed. I don't know how he's healing. But he just keeps people alive. He's so utility driven. Also, you can have him in the back row if you have a bunny. I'm giving y'all, this is a big hint. If you stayed this far in the video, you get this as a little bonus. But if you have bunny as one of your sprites and he's not able to be crowd controlled really, he's able to get off his active and ultimate a lot more, keeping your team protected the whole time. And so let's see if we can find Pamyar. Y'all know I like to attack Pamyar in my videos because he's got a great team right now. In fact, sometimes he's difficult to me to challenge even with Grawwl. So let's find Pamyar. If we don't find him, we're just going to have to move on. I'm not going to sit here and click this over and over. Let's go to an advanced arena real quick so you can see some of this action. Now let's look at LD here. LD is pretty close to my power. Oh yeah, look at the team one. It's a 500 million over me. So let's attempt it with the team I've been trying. Let's put the Harbinger in that P4 position, and then let's leave the rest as they are. So remember, I don't have bunny trait yet. Or bunny sprite. I'm aiming for that. My Queen of Frost just went in. My Harbinger's being left alone, which is great because he can ramp up on his toughness and get faster towards his Guardian ability, which there he goes. He's already using his Guardian ability, but he's getting crowd control right now. He's feared. My male Estorir is just keeping up this Void Guardian single-handedly, while Void Guardian's keeping up the rest of my team. Oh, the enemy count just took out took out 4 of my teammates. Oh, great battle there. Good job. And male Estorir comes back a little too late. I'm not going to highlight my other fights because I want to save a little bit of time and not make this video ultra long. Maybe a 30-minute video so we can get a lot of gameplay in here to highlight male Estorir. So you could see male Estorir and Void Guardian got demolished by the count in that one. Good job, LD. Great count. And look, the count is also level 872. My highest is 830 something. So we'll fight somebody else. Let's try Tommy PT. Another huge punch up, another count in the back row, probably has bunny. Actually, let's not do that big of a punch up yet. Let's give ourselves more of a level fight. Wacko is awesome. This is much more level. Notice, though, some level 870s on this team. So this might be really difficult. Let's do the other 2 teams as they are. I'm really digging my teams right now. I might do a Knowm School of Strategy. Okay, so check it out. They get Fate, so they're immune to control. So male Estorir is able to put his active on the Void Guardian. Void Guardian's absorbing damage from the Fate and the Harbinger, but none of them really took any early damage except now the enemy Queen of Frost is back there, so the Void Guardian's protecting them. Male Estorir used his ultimate, so now, it was too late. He could have absorbed that fatal blow on my Queen of Frost, but hey, that's just part of the... I might put Queen of Frost in the back row, so Void Guardian kind of protects her a little bit more, and put Fate up front to get some of those con bonuses. You can see I'm really ramping on Harbinger right now, and so that's all because my male Estorir and my Void Guardian are keeping the whole team up. Okay, we'll skip the other ones. I do love watching all the battles. I like people's teams. It helps me learn. We don't really need to look at the statistics because it's more about looking at, oh, Kronos is really good. Let's try this. Let's go against the team one. This is more even footing here. And then we'll go with the rest that way. Oh, sorry, I meant to change positioning on the team. But here we go. Queen of Frost is in so fast. Like, she is battle ready. So she's in. Male Estorir's keeping up Void Guardian. Remember, male Estorir gets that con boost every time he uses his ult. So having that energy regen is important. You could put, if your male Estorir is real tanky, you could put a time-dependent trait, a team trait on there if you want to. That would do really well, like Ruthless or Hulking or Sanguine. I'm thinking about putting the Healing Resonance on him. So as he just auto-attacks people, then your team gets more healing, which would be really nice. I have it on my Void Guardian right now to give you that little tidbit. So let's change out Queen of Frost with Fate. Let's see how that does. I don't think it's going to turn out like I think it is. In fact, let's just see. We'll just do a straight swap. We'll see what ends up happening. I think my Harbinger's and my Fate's gonna end up getting attacked by the enemy Queen of Frost. Oh, they didn't even have a Queen of Frost. So remember, my Void Guardian is soaking up damage from my Harbinger and my Queen of Frost. My Fate has more con, so it is good to have her in the front row. Hopefully she gets a swap, but she's feared right now. See how she's just so feared. All right, she ended up getting healing from my Void Guardian, which is nice. And my whole team ended up surviving this one. So Mel Estorir using his ultimate over and over. And don't forget, Harbinger gives your team energy if certain criteria are met with the toughness and with energy gain. So so let's try a punch up. Let's try Tommy here. There is a Queen of Frost. There is a Count. Again, I would really like to... Okay, I'm going to do this. I know this is crazy, but I have reasoning for it, rationale. Because there's an enemy Queen of Frost, and she's going to come running at... Okay, so look, she gets in the background. Oh, wow. I'm already really hurting here. My male Estorir didn't really protect my Void Guardian that well. Whoa, I got demolished that battle. Oh my goodness. So yeah, bad positioning on that. I'll swap things around again. I kind of need my Queen of Frost in the front row, so that limits things a little bit. Let's do a Gun Prime, really strong player. Okay. We'll just do this so we can see how our positioning is going to play out. So, I do like the Fate to be protected. It would just help if I had the Bunny available right now. Let's do this. I'm seeing if there's another option so my team doesn't get all beat up. We'll kind of do that. Alright, I'm going to have to skip the first two battles. And with regard to synergy, Mel Estorir is good with any, for instance, by having the female headless with the Mel Estorir. That's a really good combination because he makes her immune to damage and she soaks up lethal damage just like he does with his ult. Okay, so the Fate is way back. My Queen of Frost, maybe if I just make her a little more tanky, the Queen of Frost, maybe that could be a nice solution. Or once I get the Bunny and my Fate can have protection from control, that'll make a big difference. So those were a couple good battles. Thanks everybody that I fought, really good teams. I really appreciate that. We fought Morgrave in the arena. You don't really need Mel Estorir for any PvE, but let's give this Valley a shot real quick. It's a really fun one. I've been trying to punch up. I'm in here with a lot of stronger players. But let's see what I got going, and then let's do a battle. So let's swap these two again, and let's keep fighting with this team. I'm really enjoying this setup here. It's fun to watch. It's got longevity. The Harbinger ramps up real nicely. Who do we got down here at this gate? We got 5 players with Pinless. Okay, Pinless has his team 1, and he is, I gotta say, super powerful Flamma Bane, which I'm inspired by. So let's come down here and fight Pinless. Let's see if we can take any of these. Okay, so we got a couple towers out here that are not occupied. So I'm going to go ahead and just come out here and steal them to get, or let's see if Leo, I can't defeat him at all. Let's see who's in the middle here. Sebelosu, definitely can't touch Sebelosu. Let's bring, and then let's be cowards and run away from the middle a little bit. But I'm going to bring my team 3. Oh, and then also I can take my team 3, bring it up here, take this armor tower. It's not super helpful, but every little bit counts. We got the con tower. Okay, so let's take my team with the enhanced positions, and let's fight Pinless. Again, Pinless's Flamma Bane is something to write home about. Really good. So here we go. Let's look for that male Estorir active. Okay, it's on him right now. Harbinger is ramping up. Queen of Frost is harassing. Male Estorir just used his ult. Now, he might need that for my Queen of Frost, because you could see my Queen of Frost just took a lot of damage, but then her life got swapped with an enemy, which was fantastic. She's still really low. I need another male Estorir. Okay, male Estorir might protect her right now with, okay, she didn't get within lethal damage range, but he was protecting her if she did. She can't be swapped again with Fate, so she's real low. We need a male Estorir ult right now. Yeah. Oh, she got healed from Fate and Void Guardian at the same time. Okay, the enemy is lasting pretty long here. This is pretty tough. I'm a little nervous. I think we've got ourselves dug in enough with my Harbinger ramping up pretty heavy. Queen of Frost is trying to keep the enemy down. I don't know if we'll have enough damage here to even take. Okay, we took out the enemy Queen of Frost. Mel Estorir is keeping us protected. Harbinger is ramping up like a madman here. Boom, 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 boom. Look at that. You just can't survive it, baby. And so look at this punch up. 400 million. 400 million. Like, that's a ton. That was beautiful. Let's see if we get some more good fights. Okay, this is another 500 million punch up here. We got the protection going so far. Void Guardian is using his knock up, his ultimate. Harbinger's fear, enhanced fear. That was rough. The fear is going to go to my allies if they were too. Oh no, he's grouping us up. Full crowd control. Mel Estorir is down. He's going to be back in just a second. Let's see if we could stay up long enough. Queen of Frost down. Mel Estorir is back in the battle. Oh, I spoke too soon. The count went and executed them. So that was a crazy destruction there. But Zoro has a really powerful team. You can see that there's 5 of the Guardian buffs. So has a huge tenacity, like over 100 tenacity on me there, and some strength. Let's look at the sprites. He has full Wraithen, full Arcane, Key, full Lucky, and look at me. I got a 13-star Hipporin. I need my bunny in this team. I think my bunny's going to replace the Hipporin soon. So here, I'm definitely going to have a Celestial Bond advantage. Maybe we can try again with bunny. I'll do some bunny. I think I have my bunny at 10 stars. So I'll do some practice with my bunny. Just see if bringing in a lower bunny sprite is worth it, kind of thing. Well, hopefully you guys enjoyed the focus on the male Estorir. It's been a good one. Let me quickly run through a few more trait and synergy combos just for the people that are looking for that. Energetic's great. Honorable's great if you don't have enough damage reduction. He doesn't benefit from any strength at all. None of his abilities scale off of it. So it's nice to have him on your team because you can use some of your higher level Rune of Mights on other champions, where this guy can get away with having whatever. Some other traits, Brave is really good on him. If once I get a Brave, I might throw that on him. It gives your whole team a shield based off their strength, so not his strength. And that's really good because my whole team focuses on strength. I guess Fate doesn't. Void Guardian does have a few. Fate does have a couple scaling off strength. But I'll probably end up putting Brave on him instead of Demoralize. So every time he comes back, he gives everybody an attack speed and he gives everybody a shield. So you can, if he survives a long time on your team and your team has a lot of healing, like Revenant or brain fog, Fate, the new Flora, or here's a good one. He's got really high con, and high con percent healings helps him out a lot. So female Requiem could be a really good champ to pair up with him. Let me bring you down here. Anyone that gives percent con as healing is really nice. So female Requiem does that. That could go really well with them. Any healing in general. So Revenant's really solid. Fate, Flora, anybody that just keeps him immune to control is really nice. Who else? Again, whoever gives him energy. So female Kojiki. Since he also is good in the P1 position, having a female Ho, she gives energy, she gives attack speed so he can gain energy faster, and she gives a percent health with her passive. So yeah, it's significant. I think it's like 20%. So if you have him in the P1 position, he benefits from all of her passive. Female Lume's never going to use her ult on him, so she's not really good with him. Anytime you have the male Umbra, it's good. Male Silken goes fantastic with the male Estorir. Who else do we have here? Female Galabar does well. Anybody who does percent off of his con is going to really rock. Mel Jin goes really well with Mel Estorir because when he uses his ultimate, it heals off max con, off their max con. So that he could be really, really good with Mel Estorir if someone wanted to create that team and be playful with that. Someone else who heals. It's not, but also reduces the amount of control effects. He goes really well with Mel Estorir, just so that Mel Estorir can get his abilities off. Another good trait is combat fatigue. That's always useful on Mel Estorir, and the fact that he keeps coming back, a lot of people attack him. So combat fatigue could go really well. Anything, even agile, so that he could attack faster, so that he could build energy faster, that's all a potential. So he's really good with 120 vigor. I only have 82 on him. And I think we kind of went over everything. You don't need to focus on armor, defense. He's amazing. So yeah, hopefully this video was great for you. Share it with your friends that have Mel Estorir unlocked and they're debating whether they should put him in their team or not. Please like this video so it's pumped up in the algorithms. If you don't mind subscribing so I can get up to 500 subscribers. That's kind of my goal right now. I'm so close, so please share with your guildies. Point them in this direction so that they can build a champion that's easily accessible. You have all the skill books to have level 15 of all the abilities. And he's a lot of fun to watch and play as. And he's just a whole different build and kit than any other champion that's in this game, except maybe Melquire's a little bit closer. But yay, this was a fun video. Thank you for listening and watching. Hopefully you stayed till the end, and I'll catch you in the next video I put out. Have a good day.